Today, we are opening up the playbook for new SaaS founders. We're going to break down the exact actionable strategy you need to land your first 100 paying customers. So let's jump right in. So here's the classic problem, right? You've poured countless hours, probably a ton of caffeine, into building this amazing product. But now you're looking at your dashboard and it's empty. The good news? You absolutely do not need a massive marketing budget to get things moving. What you need is a system. And this is the exact system we're going to build together today. First, we'll lay down the foundation with your first 5 crucial users. Then we'll build a low-cost email engine. After that, we'll scale things up with a predictable LinkedIn machine. And finally, we'll tie it all together into a really powerful outreach flywheel. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Foundations. Now, before you even dream of sending out mass emails or running ads, you have to secure a tiny core group of advocates. These first 5 users, they are literally the most important people you will ever bring on board. Why? Because they're going to help you perfect your product and become your first champions. The strategy for getting them is actually super simple. You're going to reach out one by one to your close network, people who already know you and trust you. The offer is a total no-brainer, a free account for life. And in exchange, you're not asking for money. You're asking for something way more valuable at this early stage. Their raw, honest feedback to help you sand down all the rough edges of your product. Now here's where the magic really happens, turning these first users into true advocates. You pull them into a private community, like a simple Discord or WhatsApp group. You give them a real say in where the product is going. And when they ask for a feature or find a bug, you jump on it fast. The goal here is to make them feel like they're a part of the project. When they have that sense of ownership, they basically become your volunteer sales team. Okay, so you've got your core advocates giving you great feedback. Now we can move on to Section 2. It's time to build your first scalable outreach method, the cold email engine. Think of this as your low-cost machine for getting that initial predictable traction. But wait, before you send a single cold email, we have to talk about domain warming. This is a super critical technical step that, I'm telling you, so many founders just skip. It's basically the process of teaching email providers like Google that you're one of the good guys, not a spammer. If you miss this step, all your perfectly crafted emails are going to go straight to the spam folder. Game over. So here's exactly how you do it right. Step 1, buy a few secondary domains, something like getyourcompany.com. This protects your main domain's reputation. Step 2, forward them to your main website. Easy enough. And Step 3, plug them into a warming tool for at least 2 weeks. This whole process runs on autopilot, building up that positive reputation so you're ready to launch your campaign successfully. So, while your domains are getting nice and warm, you need to actually find people to email, right? You've basically got 2 paths. You can start for free, manually scraping places like Google Maps. It works, but it is slow. Or if you've got a little bit of a budget, you can use paid databases that give you instant access to thousands of really targeted leads with a ton of useful data. This quote from Alex Hayden just nails the mindset you need to have. There's no single magic source for leads. You have to be a scientist. You need to constantly test different lists, different messages, different angles. Come up with a hypothesis, run the experiment, check the results, and then just double down on what's actually working. Okay, domains are warm, you've got your leads. Now it's go time. But your sending strategy is crucial. You have to start small, like just 5 emails per domain each day. Then you slowly ramp up week by week. And keep the email itself simple. The goal isn't to sell your entire company in one email. It's just to start a conversation. A subject line like quick question and a simple yes or no question at the end makes it so easy for them to just hit reply. All right, let's head into Section 3. Your email engine is humming along, but now you want to add another predictable layer of scale. This is where the LinkedIn machine comes into play. It costs a little more, but it can be an incredibly effective way to grow. The playbook is a pretty simple 2-step process, and it's all powered by automation software. First, you run what's called a connector campaign. It just sends out connection requests to your target list for you. Then, you run a messenger campaign that automatically sends a DM to every single person who accepts your request. It's a simple, repeatable system that works. And this table right here shows you why it's so powerful. It's all about linear scalability. With one LinkedIn account, you're sending 30 requests a day. With 10 accounts, you're sending 300. The math is just that simple. Once you know your acceptance rate and your response rate, you can forecast your lead flow with some pretty amazing accuracy. Now for the final piece of the puzzle, here in Section 4. This is where we connect all the dots and create what we call an outreach flywheel. This is where your cold outreach and your content start feeding each other, creating this amazing compounding effect. I want you to just think about the journey here. A prospect gets your cold email or LinkedIn message. What's the very first thing they do? They Google you, they look you up, and when they find your active LinkedIn profile with valuable posts or your content or case studies, trust is built right then and there, before they even think about hitting reply. And that makes your outreach so much more powerful. So the single most important takeaway here is this. Your marketing channels can't operate in their own little silos. They have to work together. Your cold outreach drives people to your content, and your content builds the trust that makes that outreach actually work. Each one makes the other stronger, creating this self-reinforcing flywheel that just picks up speed over time. And there you have it. That is the complete playbook to get your first 100 SaaS users. You have the foundations, the email engine, the LinkedIn machine, and the flywheel to connect it all together. The strategy is laid out for you. The only question left is, what's your next move?